The American cat. This cat is loud, not occasionally loud, consistently, confidently, unapologetically loud. They meow when they want food. They meow when they have food. They meow when they're looking at the food. They meow when you're not looking at them, when you are looking at them, and when you had the audacity to look away. They follow you everywhere, kitchen, bathroom, the 2 feet between the couch and the coffee table, everywhere. And yet, if you try to pick them up, suddenly they're extremely busy, very independent, don't touch them. Most owners think, my cat is just needy. But what's actually happening is this cat is attention-driven and reward-trained. They learned early that making noise produces results, that presence gets a response, that if you just keep asking loudly enough, eventually something good happens. This cat's whole personality summed up in one sentence. I don't need you, but don't you dare leave. Sound familiar? Because I feel like most of us have at least a little American cat energy in our homes. The Japanese cat. Complete opposite energy. This cat moves through your house like a ghost. Silent. Precise. You don't hear them coming. You don't hear them going. You just suddenly become aware that they are in the room and have been watching you for an unknown amount of time. They sit perfectly still for long stretches. They observe everything. They seem completely calm, completely unbothered, completely zen, and then they attack, out of nowhere, with shocking precision. No warning, no build-up, just suddenly your ankle is involved in something you did not agree to. Most people think, my cat is calm but unpredictable. What's actually happening is this is a highly calculated hunter in full observation mode. Every still, silent moment is data collection. They're not zoning out. They're studying you, building a complete picture of your patterns, your movements, your weak points. You never see it coming. That's not an accident. That's the whole strategy. Now here's what most people miss about all of this. These aren't just funny comparisons. Your cat is genuinely operating on a system, a consistent, readable, predictable system. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The French cat. This cat has standards. Very specific, non-negotiable, completely unexplained standards. You put the food down. The same food they ate yesterday with 0 complaints. The same food they've eaten every day for 6 months. They walk over. They look at it. They look at you. They walk away. They sit in the most elegant position possible at all times. Back straight. Expression composed. Somehow making your couch look like a throne just by being on it. And they judge. Not aggressively. There's no hissing, no drama. Just a long, slow, deeply considered look that communicates without words. I expected more from you. Most people think, my cat is just picky. But what's actually happening is this is control and preference dominance. This cat has decided that their comfort and their choices are the organizing principle of the household. And they're not wrong. Because you keep adjusting, don't you? Their response to any meal that doesn't meet expectations. This? Absolutely not. The British cat. This cat loves you. They genuinely, deeply love you. You just might not know it yet. They don't sit on you. They sit near you. There's a distance, maybe one cushion, maybe the other end of the couch, that they maintain with quiet consistency. They're present without being clingy. They're affectionate without being demonstrative. They'll look at you for exactly 1 second longer than necessary, and then look away. And that 1 second, is basically a declaration of love in their language. If you try to make it more, reach for them, pull them closer, push for more obvious affection, they will gently but clearly make it known that this is not how things are done. Most people think, my cat is distant, doesn't really care. But what's actually happening is low expression attachment. The love is completely real. It's just delivered with restraint, with composure, with the kind of dignity that refuses to make a scene about something as personal as feelings. Emotion. But subtle. Very, very subtle. And this next one, I promise you, someone in your life owns exactly this cat. The Italian cat. Everything is an event. Everything. You open a can of food. This cat reacts like you've announced something of historic significance. You come home, full theatrical greeting, Voice and pause involved the whole thing. You sit down in the wrong spot. Immediate vocal feedback, accompanied by gesturing that you would not believe is physically possible for an animal without fingers. This cat meows in full sentences, with punctuation, with emphasis, with dramatic pauses for effect. They will make direct eye contact and hold it while they make their point, and their point will take as long as it takes. Most people think, my cat is just chaotic, but what's actually happening is high emotional expression with zero filter. This cat feels everything fully and sees absolutely no reason to keep any of it to themselves. Every emotion is an experience worth sharing. Every interaction is an opportunity for connection. This is not a conversation. This is a performance, and you are the audience. And honestly, you're lucky to be here. The Russian cat. When you first got this cat, you were a little worried. They kept their distance. They watched you without warmth. Every time you tried to connect, they received it with a kind of neutral, unreadable stillness that gave you nothing to work with. Weeks go by, maybe longer, and then one day, they're just there, on you, next to you, following you, completely committed, deeply loyal, yours in a way that feels permanent and serious. And that loyalty, once it's there, is absolute. This cat doesn't do casual, they don't do halfway. Once you've earned their trust, you have it completely and they expect the same in return. Most people think, my cat was cold at first. What was actually happening was slow trust bonding. This cat doesn't open up because you showed up. They open up because you stayed, because you were consistent, because you proved over time that you were worth the investment. Cold until it's not, and then never cold again. Here's where it gets really interesting, because we're halfway through and I already know you've recognized your cat in at least one of these, maybe two. Maybe you're realizing your cat is a strange combination that makes complete sense once you see it. The Indian cat. This cat sleeps through things that would send other cats into full panic mode. Vacuum cleaner? Fine. Doorbell? Fine. 6 people in the house making noise in 6 different directions? Completely fine. They find a spot. They adapt. They carry on. They are resourceful in ways that impress you. They figure things out. They find the food. They find the warm spot. They find the comfortable position in any situation, regardless of how chaotic that situation is. Most people think, my cat just doesn't care about anything. What's actually happening is a highly adaptable survival mindset. This cat doesn't get rattled because they've developed a relationship with uncertainty that most animals, and honestly most humans, don't have. Change is just the next situation to navigate. Chaos is just the current environment to settle into. When everything around them is loud and unpredictable, this cat's internal response is essentially, chaos, normal. Let's find the sunny spot. The German cat. Feeding time is not a suggestion, it is a scheduled commitment, and you are already being evaluated on your punctuality. This cat has a routine, a real, specific, consistent routine. They wake up at the same time, they expect food at the same time, they have designated spots for designated activities, and those spots are not interchangeable. If you move something, their bowl, their bed, their specific patch of sunlight, you will hear about it. Not loudly, but clearly. And if you're late, if feeding time comes and goes by even a few minutes, this cat will find you. They will make sustained, unbroken eye contact. Not angry, not dramatic, just present. Waiting. Silently communicating a level of disappointment that is both calm and devastating. Most people think, my cat is just picky about routine. What's actually happening is a routine-dependent behavior system. This cat's sense of safety is built on predictability. When the schedule holds, everything is fine. When it breaks, the whole system registers it immediately. Their message when you're late, you are late, not me, and we both know it. Here's the thing that makes all of this more than just a funny comparison. Every one of these patterns is real. The loud, demanding American cat, the silent, calculating Japanese cat, the judgmental French cat, the loyally reserved British cat, the theatrical Italian cat, the slow-to-trust Russian cat, the unshakable Indian cat, the schedule-driven German cat. These aren't made-up personality types. They're actual behavioral patterns that real cats display. And your cat, right now, today, sitting somewhere in your home already matches one of them. Maybe two. Maybe a combination that is deeply and specifically yours. Your cat isn't random. They never were. They have a system, a readable, consistent, completely logical system that makes total sense once you know what you're looking for. And here's what changes when you understand that system. You stop misreading them. You stop taking the distance personally. You stop being surprised by the routine obsession or the sudden attack or the food rejection. You start seeing the pattern underneath the behavior. And when you see the pattern, you actually understand your cat. Maybe for the first time. Watch how your cat reacts when something in their environment changes. That reaction tells you everything about how they're built. Watch their feeding behavior, whether they're controlling it or dependent on it. Watch their proximity to you, whether they're on you or near you or across the room, but always in the same room. These aren't random choices, they're a language. And now you speak a little more of it, so be honest with me. Which country is your cat? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know, because I promise the answers are going to be either very funny or very accurate. Probably both. And if you want to keep understanding what your cat is actually telling you, there's a whole series here. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next, because the more you understand them, the better you can love them, and that's really what all of this is for.